Welcome back to the Los Alamitos previous show. Before last night handicapping the, 1 second, do it again. Welcome back to the Los Alamitos previous show. Before last night handicapped the second half of the card here for Friday night, we have to talk about the huge week of quarter horse racing again on Saturday and Sunday with the Champion of Champions and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Orlando Gutierrez, our Director of Marketing and Publicity, caught up with John Cooper and some of the other top connections to talk about their main contenders in the Grade 1 races here this week.
We're here early morning at Los Alamitos Racecourse, just 1 week away from the Champion of Champions. And of course, what a great matchup we're going to have between Muniz and He's a Dash of Fire, a battle of champions, lots of great horses in this Champion of Champions. And you've been there before, John. You actually won the Champion of Champions with Mr. Dodibar. But having Muniz, how special is that going into this race?
Oh, it's special, all right. I waited a long time to try to do this again, and them good ones just don't come along, you know, and these kind of horses. But he's training good. All I want's a clean break, and whatever happens, happens, you know.
Well, Willie, French Fury, a horse that has been running against the best for a long, long time, especially this season. He's hooked up with all of them, Muniz, Farniente. So nothing. It's not a new feeling for you to have this horse in this race. What do you think he needs to do best to get in there and really, really finish in the top spots?
I mean, he's gonna have to give his A game. You know, it's a real tough race. You know, we're lucky that he got in there, so we're just gonna enjoy it from here. You know, just hope he gets a clean trip and see what happens.
It was a pretty tough race at Z. Wayne Griffin. 5 horses from that race are back in the Champion of Champions, and you guys were right there. How have you been able to keep this horse just so strong, so consistent? Because he's run a lot this year and even traveled out of California.
I mean, that's what I told the owner earlier this year. He got better, he got sounder as it got. I mean, we kind of spaced out his races, but like you say, every race has been tough for him. But I mean, he's just been taking care of himself. So I guess he wanted to be in this race.
Well, we're here with Terry and Debbie Thompson on the verge of an exciting weekend here at Los Alamitos Racecourse, the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Your horse, Senor Gianni. You picked the rail for this horse. Can you tell us why?
Well, not much of a choice. We were picking ninth, and we had 2 choices. And looking back on the past performances, he's ran well from the rail. So Paul and I talked about it, and we thought probably be the best spot. We didn't want to be inside a walk through Crystal. She's so quick. But, you know, it looks like that's the way it's going to be. So I'm happy with the rail. I think we'll do fine.
And Adriana, Mi Viejo, a horse that just has blossomed during the second half of the year, got into the Golden State Million Futurity, gets back into the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity, one of the later trials. You got to be feeling pretty good with the way your horse has just developed as the year has gone on.
Yeah, it's been pretty amazing how he's been improving. I got him late April, and so I didn't have much time, but every race he's just improving, and like the distance, it's better for him.
You really seen that once the races started going 400 yards, he stepped up his game?
Yes, definitely. It's just best for him, the distance.
How do you like your post position? You're on the you're on the inside, right?
Yeah, number 3. I mean, it's okay. You gotta go whatever you get, and so I'll do my best, and I know he's gonna try it the best.
And now we're here joined by Spackman Racing with Kelly Spackman and his son, Casey. What a fantastic weekend of racing it should be. It seems like your whole family is out here to join you guys for this big weekend in time for Jess. How exciting is it to get into this race, the way the filly perform in the trials?
Well, you know, we're very excited. It was awesome. We were home when we seen the trials. My son was down here watching. I was getting ready to go to Mexico, and I've been on cloud 9. We flew in from Mexico, come in here. I wouldn't miss this. My family's all coming in, and we raised this filly, so that's special. We're very happy. We got our mama home and a couple siblings for this one, so we're very excited.
And it's not your first rodeo here in the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. You've had a horse here that has run in this race before. It's always an exciting race for you guys. And tell us, because you did the same thing when Double Out qualified to the 2 million. You kind of went to your favorite spot here and just kind of waited things out, huh?
Yes, Orlando. Back, I think it was 2008, we had a horse Double Out, and my dad was a partners with Denny Boer and the Dustmasters, and I wasn't partners with Dad, but this filly's so special because we just started a farm there in Idaho, and we raised her, so she's kind of like our baby. But back in 2008, it's back, I think there was Foose and Fantastic Corona Jr. and just fantastic, Trace Passes, fantastic horses, and we sat there, and I think we was in the third last trial, and we had ran second to Foose, and so we went over the Rodney Hart bar and sat there and had a few drinks and just crossed our fingers. And so we got there, and we got in by one thousandth of a second. It was the 10th fastest qualifier. It was our first time ever running a Grade 1 $1 million race, and so we were so ecstatic. And after we'd won, Lynn grabbed me by the hand and says, "We're going to go do what we did back in 4 years ago." So it happened to work. So I hope we got to do it next year.
Well, thanks, Orlando. And looking at John Cooper, I can't help but think, Les, I don't know if you were here back in the late 1970s when a horse called Mr. Doty Bars won the Champion of Champions in a huge upset. John Cooper very well could win the Champion of Champions again here in 2015.
By the way, I was there watching Mr. Doty Bars win the Champion of Champions way back then.
Well, that tells you how Les is aging himself right now.
Thank you very much.
And he's younger than I am, so I was here as well. So we definitely have to thank Mr. Doty Bars and John Cooper, and now maybe Muniz can repeat for this same trainer. We'll find out here on Saturday night. But Les